it's time for a new tool from Ustar. This time I want to talk to you about this one. It's basically a jig for allowing you to drill very fine holes into styrene rods. Yeah. So let's get this out of the box, and I'll show you how this actually works in practice if I can get him out. So let's do that. Let's put that away and put that in its usual place. Excuse me. So that's the actual jig itself. Now this isn't metal. This is a solid block of some kind of plastic. I would imagine it's ABS or something like that. I have no idea which plastic it is, but it feels to me like it's some kind of ABS for the strength and the durability. But it isn't. That isn't metal. This is a solid block of plastic which they've machined. Now, as you can see, it's got several holes cut in each of these faces, and you also get these threaded, I guess they call them, it's kind of a drill guide, I guess. They look just like very, very large grub screws, which they basically put a hole in each of the top of these, so you guide your drill bit when you're trying to do accurate drilling. They give you 3 different sizes of drill hole. They don't tell you what they are, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. But it should cover most of the fine detail you guys want to do. You're not going to use this jig for cutting massive pieces of I've got a rod, massive pieces of rod. It's going to be 5 mil, something like that, maybe 10 mil, sort of max, that kind of stuff. But this jig is only for specific diameters of rod, which I'll come to in a second. So the whole idea is you can fit your rod into this end, so it gives you these different sizes of holes to basically hold the styrene rod in place. Yeah. Now, what sizes are they? I can't tell you what the smallest one is because my calipers won't go down that far, but it's got to be a 0.3, 0.4, whereas the others I can measure for you. Hang on a sec. So the next size up is 1.8. The next size up from that is 2.1. Next size is 2.5. Next size is 3.3, and the largest piece of styrene rod you can cut is 4.19, so basically 4 millimeters or thereabouts. So that's on that face. That's all of the different sizes of styrene rod that you can actually use with this jig. Now the whole idea is you can cut a hole into either that face, or you can cut it into that face. Now you do that by basically choosing the appropriate size hole. So for me, it would be this one. So it would fit into the jig like that. Then you've got a couple of options. I've got this mounted on the top. Yeah, these also unscrew. You can use a standard screwdriver to unscrew these and move them to the appropriate size. So if you wanted that particular size of hole on a smaller size of styrene rod and vice versa, you can move these around so you get just the right jig to hold your drill bit. But they do come out completely. Let me just show you that. Oop, I dropped it. So that's the actual what do I call it? A drill guide, I suppose you'd call that. That's what this is. Let me just put that guy back in, which is fairly simple. You can do that and go all the way down, and that holds the rod in place. Yeah. So let me get a drill bit. Let's go for something pretty small. Yes, I went for the medium size hole. So it would be probably that one as a maximum. Yes, it would. So what size is that drill bit? Hang on. That's a 0.8. That's a 0.8 drill bit. So let me find my drill, and I'll show you how you actually do that in practice. So that's nicely locked in place. Now the drill bit is nicely guided by the hole in the, what we're calling those guides, and off you go. That gives you the accuracy when you're trying to drill a styrene post or styrene rod. As you can see, that's coming off nice. I won't go all the way through, so let's pull that out. Let's release the rod. That's the wrong one. I use a screwdriver, not a drill. let's do that. Get rid of the excess. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera. And that's drilled the hole in that rod. Yep. So you can basically choose whichever size you want. Now, of course, what about the other end? So let's use the same setup. So that was that one, wasn't it? I believe, yes. So let's take that one out completely. Excuse me. Now we're just going to swap it to the other face. Yeah. So let's put that in that hole there. That goes. I won't tighten it too much, and then the rod goes back in its hole, like that. Now, in that face, of course, then you can then insert your drill, secure the rod. In fact, what I've been doing, I just forgot to tell you that, didn't I? What I've been doing is to secure it on that face is take one of these out because they're all the same thread diameter. Put that in there. Like that. Make sure that's right in against the hole that the guide that you want to use. A little bit tight there. That hole's on in place. Flip it, and then you can drill your hole in the end of that tube. So let's release him and see how we got him. Yeah, there you go. I don't think you can see it. It's very, very small. But that's drilled. It started to drill a hole in the end of that tube, and you can see that's in effect. That's how you can drill specific holes, diameters in. Again, they give you a range. As I said, when I was reading off that range, that's the whole range of guess diameters of rod which you can use with this jig. So of course, if you need anything larger, then this jig wouldn't be for you. But I think, was it 4 millimeters down to less than half a centimeter? The smallest one has got to be something like 0.2, 0.3. So I think Ustar thought, well, what would be the range that most model makers would be wanting to drill holes in, and that's what they've come up with this device. So that is the center locator. For drilling holes into rod material. Again, a very simple piece of kit, but absolutely could raise the game if you're looking for something simple to help you drill holes more accurately. As always, any questions, any queries, do come back to me, and of course, keep on modeling.